Welcome to my studio, guys. Welcome to the channel. Um, so today we're just gonna I guess we're gonna prep this painting. It's finding a new home. However, we're gonna be prepping this painting. Yeah, I just been in a little funk these last couple weeks. It's been pretty interesting, maybe I could just didn't with everything going on, I maybe a little art can be a little bit joyful. So I just wanted just to give you a little tidbit on this painting, maybe help get our minds off things. So yeah, I'm just pretty much gonna prep it. My client's gonna pick it up next week, so I just wanted to give a little explanation behind my painting. So just drinking coffee and starting the day. So I've had this painting since 2018, and wow, it's been a while. So as you can see in my a lot of my process with my pieces, they're literally on the whim. So whatever I'm feeling in the moment or something that inspires me, and then that's what I gravitate towards. So I believe at the time I wanted to capture Beverly Hills slash noir. Noir, those of you guys don't know that, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it, if it's called noir or noir. They made a Spider-Man recently with Nicolas Cage. This is the Spider-Man noir. Let me show you an example.
This for glory. I do it because the city dies in silence.
This is the inspiration behind it right here. So, like these old vintage movie posters, just so you guys can see a little example of what I'm talking about. This was kind of like the inspiration for this painting. But yeah, that was the inspiration behind this painting. So I wanted to just talk about it in the channel. Hopefully you guys can relate to it. I really wanted to give it a graffiti. So yeah, I wanted to get a graffiti vibe as well with that noir style. And as you know, I really like cars, so I wanted to paint a Rolls Royce. Let me give you a close-up of it. Yeah, so we have the Rolls Royce right there, as you can see. Here's a close-up we did of I wanted to do kind of like something simple, so I wanted to do like a gray Rolls Royce, and you could kind of see the chrome all over. I painted the chrome, very shiny, very detailed. So this is like when I first kind of started painting chrome. So some of the chrome, like I try to draw like palm trees, kind of, as you can see, kind of going in. It's a little tricky, especially when you're learning how to do it, because there's not a lot of YouTube videos on how to paint it. So hopefully my camera didn't turn away. But yeah, so anyway, so yeah, it's kind of hard to paint chrome, so it took me a while to get used to. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy when like my paintings are sold, because they're a part of me. They're like a part of my kid. Like if I had a child or like a pet, not a well, yeah, a pet would be closest to me because I don't have kids. But um, these things take time. They take a lot of brain power, a lot of searching, soul searching. So they're really attached to me, and they're really hard for me to let go. So sometimes it's really hard to let a painting go because of all the hard work I put into it. This painting took me about a month to create, because it was like trial and error. I did paint over it. I didn't like the Rolls Royce a few times, so I had to paint it several times. And I started off with the Rolls Royce first, and this is before I started filming and getting into YouTube videos. So I didn't document the whole thing when I painted this, because I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to do any of that and show you guys the whole process. So yeah, that being said, I wanted to I started with the Rolls Royce first, and then I knew I wanted something here, but I didn't know what at the time yet. Originally, it was going to be the stop sign. It was going to be right here, and it was going to be all like tagged up. So then what we decided to do is I finished the Rolls Royce, and then I also wanted to give it, because obviously somebody's going to hang this, And at the time, I don't know why, like I watched the Casey Neistat video, and he did this. He made this video of that he went to Beverly Hills Hotel, and I'm a big fan of my favorite plants are palm trees, and as you can see, birds of paradise. So I would paint those a lot in my paintings, very discreet, so it doesn't really take away from like the painting. Just I don't know, I was just always drawn to them. My childhood home, when my parents were together, they had a big palm tree in the front yard, so I don't know why I gravitated towards that. So ever since then, I always just painted palm trees and that kind of I don't know, I was just drawn to palm trees. And I remember these from my elementary school. Elementary school had birds of paradise, and it's crazy because elementary school is all brick, boring, very concrete, and you would think for elementary school it'd be like brightened up, right? It looked like the outside was like a prison. But then I would just gravitate to the birds of paradise because it would be the only color there. Like when you're walking through the hallways, you would kind of have them around the quad area, and I don't know, I was just it just had a color to it, and I was always drawn as a kid, as a child, so it just always stuck with me. I've always liked the filigree wallpaper style. Like I don't know, I guess in restrooms, fancy restrooms, I really like that, and I know it's like wallpaper, people put that in their homes. So I figured, well, somebody hangs this, I kind of want to give it a background. And then so I put that right there. I put the filigree in the corner, the filigree up here on this area, and then I did the filigree on the bottom so I could offset it. So so I put the corner, and then down here, and then I didn't know what I was gonna put here, but I wanted to put something because everything when I do my paintings, I know like I know sometimes they're a little bit busy, but as long as they have a flow to me and they're well balanced. Hold on, sorry. As long as there's like a flow to me and really balanced, that's what I look for in my pieces. They have to have one, they have to have flow. Two, they have to be balanced like correctly. Everything has to be proportioned, is what I mean by that. Because then if something's off, I'll notice it. And there's times in my paintings, I'm sure like Gus, if you're watching this, he trips out how my YouTube. Every time I see him in person, he's always like, "Man, I thought the painting was good, and you painted over it." It's just because I don't. It's off to me, so I don't mind repainting over it. I have to tell myself as an artist to paint over the painting because it's like a sacrifice. If you sacrifice it for the greater good of the whole piece in general, then I'll be happy with it in the end. Because sometimes sometimes the painting is just like there's some like, for instance, there's a painting I did that I have here, and I painted the girl, and the girl came out perfect, and I was just like, damn, it was like an anime girl, and it came out perfect, and because it didn't fit the flow, I had to sacrifice it and paint over it, and it didn't come out the greatest the second time, but the whole dynamic of the whole painting looks flawless. So it kind of like it's like a bittersweet kind of type thing. However, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to prep it. I'm going to spray it down with the clear coat, and over time, here, I'll just show you guys. And we're back. So the James Bond films where you kind of have like, obviously he's wearing a suit, and he has sorry, I have to adjust the camera, but he has his like suit, very sleek uniform, and he has his nice car. That's kind of what the vibe I wanted to give this painting, almost like it's her car, like a female version. And and then she's like, I don't know, like she went to handle business, or somebody took money from her. I don't know, like the story could be endless possibilities. So I just wanted a clean, like like she's like this hit girl, she came out from this her car, and she's like a spy, but then like she has her nice little bag, and she has her nice little piece, and with the little silencer. I just wanted her to be very mysterious, and like, what is she doing, what's her intentions, and I just wanted to make it fun, like a 007 vibe. Why I chose that pose, I don't know at the time. That's the one thing I don't know why I did it, but it looked cool. I just wanted to make something look cool, make like a female version of a spy, and that's kind of where the direction I was going in. And yeah, like I just, it flows. This is my favorite. I know it's like dumb, but probably not. It's just like one of my favorite pieces. My favorite part of the painting is this area right here. This area right here, because this is the only area that shows imperfection. Like there's no, it's very raw. Like you can actually see the real canvas. Hold on, let me take you guys off. You can actually see the canvas, the raw canvas, the actual color of it, or should I say polyester. A lot of my paintings are made with polyester, not canvas, but sometimes I throw on a canvas in there. Like this is canvas, as you can see the little dots. This is more of a canvas style. But yeah, I don't know. It just looks like, you ever been in a car when it's raining and then you can kind of see the dirt kind of go off the window, or like you just see like just the way it falls very organic on the windshield, the water. That's what that reminds me of. And it looks like the almost like the painting is running, you know? I don't know, that part to me just looks very organic, very very natural, like it just happened. And I think what I did is I just got the brush and I just let it bleed, and look at how it just it looks like rain just kind of coming down, and the paintings, I don't know, the paintings like breathing, or you ever see Mary Poppins, where like, I know it's weird, but Mary Poppins, how like the chalk, when they do the chalk paintings and then it's raining and it's almost like the paint's kind of like running. Yeah, that's kind of like the look and the vibe I feel from this. You know, like you got the perfect part right here, and then it rained or water gone in it, and then it just started running. But I don't know, that part, I really really admire this part of the painting, and I love how it shows the actual like raw form right there and the raw form right here. So it's just, it was a cool piece. It was a very cool painting. I really enjoyed it. You know, it's sad to see it leave. However, I'm happy for it to find a new home, and people will appreciate it, you know? And it makes me happy when I see this, when I see my work being appreciated, you know, especially from somebody that I don't really know, like a stranger. I mean, she's not really a stranger. I've like tattooed her multiple times, but for someone just to appreciate the hard work that you do, you know, and that's just awesome. It's cool. It's cool, like seeing people appreciate, you know, your hard work, and it gravitates towards them, and it's just a cool feeling. There's paintings that I've held on to for years that I don't really want to sell, but you know, sometimes like I have to be more selfless. This is something that I have to do this is just something with me, because my bread and butter is tattooing. I make money tattooing, and so I don't necessarily have to sell the artwork, but you know, I have to be a little more selfless to let other people take it home and other people to experience it, because I just want to hold on to things and just put them like, because I love it. I love this. I love waking up to it. I love seeing it. So to me, I kind of just want it to be like, this is my world, my, you know, I'm trying to explain it, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, I feel an attachment towards them, and I don't want to let them go. But I understand that in order for people to see them, I have to let them go, let other people enjoy them. So I'm doing that. I'm taking another step to do that. So I guess right now we'll just start painting. I think on the sides, I'm just gonna paint it white, just really simple, nothing too crazy. Had my coffee, went to the gym, just starting my day. Technically, she was supposed to come today to pick it up, but she had to go sign some papers with her lawyer or something like that. So she said she texted me to confirm. So, but it's all good. At least I can prepare it, you know, prepare the painting. And I just wanted to share one last, I guess, hoorah, I could say, with you guys, because I never really talked about like my painting process and why I do the things that I do, you know. But sometimes it just comes, something will spark. Lately I kind of been in a little, see that how it kind of got on the side, but that's okay. That's why we got these rags, and it comes off easy. Oops. Hold on 1 second, guys. That's how you get rid of paint, and then you just wipe it off. That's it. Now I stain my hand. Same thing. Dude, why is there brown on this? Let me clean this brush because it's trying to get rid of brown. It should be just white, you know? Anyways. Yeah, it looks way better. It's just because it looks like a lot of dust buildup. I did clean it off with the rag, but it's just stained with dust. And yeah, so I'm just cleaning it up. Nothing too crazy. Nothing a little cleanup can't handle. All right, can you guys hear me? Yeah, so we're just keep on cleaning all that dust. Sorry guys, I haven't been posting, uploading on YouTube. I just been doing live streaming, you know. Yeah, on TikTok. So if you guys want to check out my TikTok, feel free to check it out. Yeah, that looks cool. It's just I'm just cleaning up the edges, nothing too crazy, just so you know, when she does frame it, which we're gonna frame. Actually, I am gonna frame it for her. I think I'm gonna put a chrome frame on it, or I'm gonna put a white frame. But I just want it to look clean because even though if you frame it, you could still see the edges because there's like a little gap sometimes. Damn, I can't believe I did this in 2018. I don't know why, but I'm always like searching because it's like the paintings I do now are like different, you know. It's crazy how like your style like develops. You're going through these different phases, and now I used to question like Basquiat, Pablo Picasso, all these artists. I'm like what makes them so good, and why do they do what they do? And it's just we reflect off of what we're going through in this timeline, this time period, you know, depending on what inspired us. Or like I think Picasso's best friend got shot, and then he created his blue series, and those are the paintings that were just all blue, all in blue. And so you search, you know, and sometimes we're always searching for what, I don't know what we're searching for, but you just got to dig deep, man. And that's something that took me a long time to understand, because I used to paint stuff just to like get attention from people, and I used to just try to be like, what, like I used to question a lot of stuff. Being an artist, you question a lot, especially like when you see success with other artists, like, you know, and they just do like a line with a circle, and you see like people sharing it on Instagram and stuff like that, and like, you know, and then it's like you can't even get like the people closest to you to share your artwork. So it gets frustrating. You question if you're good enough. At least I do. I would question it until I got to a point where, you know, I'm like, you know what, I got to just paint for myself, paint for me. And at the end of the day, you know, that's kind of like, as long as it makes me happy and it's true to my vision and I'm true to myself, you know, I think I could live with that, you know. And painting I don't know, it's just my zen, makes me happy. So once I started painting for myself and not for everybody else, that's when I started to see more original um, original art. And what I mean by that, I'm not painting characters like this, which is fine, but then people just expect you to paint stuff like this. I just finished the Blastoids, on TikTok. It's because like on TikTok, I had to. I'm growing on there. I'm growing on the platform, so I'm trying to um, have people like relate with me and the artwork, something that they know, that they're familiar with, and that's exactly what I did in the beginning, which made me not happy. Which I kind of cycled back, but I did announce on my TikTok live that I'm gonna be doing something original. That's what I've been telling them on TikTok. Something that's like just new and raw. You know. I know you guys can't see. Here, let me get closer. Um, just something more original, something that's more me. Obviously, if you guys been following, I love cars. I'm a big car, aviation, anime. Um, I do like the like graffiti art. I kind of try to mesh those together. That's kind of like what I like to do. But it's crazy because like you could see my progression in my art, from like this, like you could see like this is like beginner status, to this comparisons right here, the Liberty Walk Lamborghini. So I came a long ways, and I'm still searching. Don't get me wrong, I'm still searching for what I want to. I'm still kind of searching what um style I like. I don't know. I'm not searching. I don't even know how to explain it. But I don't know. I think I'm still looking for that specific style that I haven't found yet. So, um, but that's the part of experimenting. Um, you gotta experiment, man. If you don't, then you're never gonna know. You're never gonna find the one thing that stands out from the rest. If you don't keep pushing the boundaries and yeah, as you can see, this is a big painting. If I stretch my arms like this, it's a pretty big piece. So um, I would say this painting and then Notorious B.I.G. painting are my most favorite paintings that I've done that were really fun. Um, and yeah, I want to do more. I want to do more stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much like the the flow works. It's just lightly balanced. Sometimes I throw in little like Easter eggs. Let me push you guys back a little bit so you guys can see. But yeah, sometimes I put like little Easter eggs in my paintings. So like kind of like if you know kind of type thing. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of clear if it's not clogged. Yeah, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. And that. I would say the hardest part of this painting that I did, the very hardest part, was these lines. These lines on the grill, man. I remember painting them. Here, let me give you a close up. But I remember painting these, and like I would get lost because I would do one line. And I'm like, wait, where was it again? So I would kind of go like, wait, what? And then I was just kind of like, okay. So then because I would drew a ruler, I drew like lines, but some of the lines I would get lost, and then it just looked too flat. So I'm just like, oh man, I gotta make it shine. So then I kind of had to like add a little bit of white, like kind of tone it down, do these little reflection, the little highlights. So that was a little tricky on itself. Just doing the grill was like really tricky. yeah, guys, that's painting 101 explanation for this. So yeah, um so it's gonna be gone, man. We're losing another family member, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, guys. So we'll see you on the next video. Hopefully we get stuff kind of jamming. I'll show you guys what I'm working on real quick before we go. We're doing this Pikachu. I know it looks like a little aggressive. However, we're gonna make the Pokeball look like it's gonna explode, like she's charging the Pokeball, or he's charging. I don't even know what Pikachu is. Is Pikachu a boy or a girl? Can you guys comment below? Because I'm still confused. I keep saying Pikachu is a girl, but yeah, I don't know. But whatever. We're gonna make Pikachu like he's holding the Pokeball, and he or she is charging the Pokeball, and it's gonna explode. That's what we're gonna do with this painting. So I've been doing with the TikTok live. I am gonna do like one more Pokemon. This is actually my first Pokemon paintings, believe it or not. I just did my first two, and then I'm gonna do the third one's gonna be Charizard. So every month I'll be releasing a series, and then I will release a print for just like a weekend or something, and then that's it. Once it's gone, it's gone. Because I don't want too many of my prints out there. I like it to be very scarce because it also brings value to you guys, and that's what I want to do, is build more value for, because I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna be doing this long term. So my paintings blow up or we go viral or something, those prints you bought for $25, $30, they're now worth a little bit more. But let me put some money in your pocket. Help me help you. It's a win-win. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for purchasing paintings. Thank you guys for buying merch. Very appreciative for you guys getting tattooed by me. That means a lot. It means the world to me. You know, and let's just keep growing, keep painting, and keep doing it. So we'll see you guys soon, man. See you guys soon. All right, guys. Peace.